Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast, your weekly dive into all things Nintendo. Switch to that's an alarm. Switch to announcement. It's happened. It's happening. And we're going to live react to it right here, right now, after the intro plays. Micah, are you ready to start this episode? No, he's not. Is the intro ready? Oh. Greetings, fellow Nintendo Pals. My name is Andros, and I am one of the hosts of the Nintendo Pals Podcast. And I am joined, as I am joined each and every week, by my fellow Nintendo Pal, Micah.
Yep.
And Micah, I gotta ask, how the heck are you?
Doing pretty good.
Pretty good. You're sounding better. You sound healthier.
Yeah, I got a bit less of a cough.
I'm also doing pretty good. What do you think of my very hipster outfit today? Look at this. I look
stylish.
I look like I'm from Seattle, which is kind of true. So.
Did you go chill in a coffee shop?
I should go chill in a coffee shop and eat the pizza before it's cool, like hipsters do. I'll burn my mouth on the pizza. That's the joke. Yeah, I told the punchline though. I think first it's mixed up. But anyways, I show up to work this morning and someone goes, you see the news? And I hadn't. I somehow forgot that today is Thursday and all the rumors were like Thursday. I was not on guard. And I was like, are you kidding me? Why
am I here?
Why am I here? I need to go home.
Yeah, you said you were just going to leave work.
I was. But
when it happened.
Here's the thing. Today was a work cook-off competition. Crock pot.
Oh, so food is more important.
I was in the competition. I had an entry. Leave the food there and run and leave. So instead, I just logged off, didn't look at anything, and now we can watch it together. Is the plan? How about you? Did I wake you up this morning telling you not to watch it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, because if I didn't, you would freaking watch it. Okay.
I woke up right towards the end of the...
I've had this happen before. I've played these games before, Micah, where I'm like, I'll wait later in the day. I'll text him, hey, don't watch this.
Well, I just assumed you've already watched it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm 2 hours late. Surely Andros has seen this. I guess I'll watch it.
No. And so what we're doing now is I'm going to share screen. We're going to live react to this right now. So I can find it. We are going to live react to this right now. It's on stage, Micah. Throw it up there.
As far as I know, this Switch looks really different. Oh, nope. It looks like we got...
You ready for this? This may be lame for audio listeners of the podcast, but we'll try and describe what we're seeing, I guess. I don't know. Well, let's just watch. It's 2 minutes long. It's not long.
Oh, it's actually called Nintendo Switch 2. Oh, gross. Look at that. Real jank.
Ew, look at that.
Is there supposed to be sound?
There is. Can you not hear anything?
I can't hear anything. Did you make sure to click the share sound?
Okay, let's come back here. No, I didn't know that was a thing I had to push. Technical difficulties. To share audio, share. Oh, okay. I have to share the entire screen for that to work.
Oh, yeah. And then you also have to click the button.
I did. Or did I?
There'll be like a sound toggle or something. Because I did the same thing.
Can you hear it now?
No.
You're kidding me. This will work. We can do this. We've been podcasting for over 300 episodes. We can figure this technology out.
We technically have the power.
We have it. Okay. Okay. Screen 1. You are right. There is a toggle, and it does not go by default onto off.
Yeah. Wow. Sound.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. A little.
Okay. All right. Let's start. Let's refresh here. Boom. Go away.
You could probably hide that.
We're also sharing my screen that says activate Windows. Shh. Nobody notices that.
Oh, this is straight ASMR. Wow. Oh, it can lay down so far and jump. Oh, they're so much bigger. Questions are so much bigger.
Oh, and they are
Bigger
that.
than this.
They are that orange. They are that orange thing and blue. Thing that we use.
Sound effects.
It looks nice.
Nice. Make it close. Oh, so they do just plug straight in, no more sliding.
Two.
Wow. Oh, there's more.
There's more.
What? Hey, look, Mario Kart 8.
No, that's different. That's different.
Are you sure it's different?
I'm pretty sure.
How confident are you?
The animation looks different. I've never seen this level before. 2025
All it says.
plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games.
Nice. They did already mention that. Oh, look at that 4-2. Oh, that's the direct. Not the release date, right?
Wait, Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2, 4-2.
I bet that shows off games. Mario Kart 8, the third course pack.
Okay, wait. Okay, let's look at these details here. Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games.
It's definitely bigger.
So the cartridge does fit in there. So your cartridge games are okay. Wait, what did I... Did I miss this? Was this comment made earlier? Presto says you look like 19. What is that?
See, with your hipster outfit.
Is it me or you?
I don't think it's 19. Me.
Wow, that's so nice to look like over 10 years younger than I am. That's cool. That's cool. Thanks. I appreciate that. This looks cool. Okay, so then we have the Nintendo Direct, which will be April 2nd. They don't want to put it on April 1st because pranks, you know?
Yeah. It's about 2.5 months.
But this doesn't bode well for the prediction that I made that this will come out in April. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. They're like,
it's a shadow drop.
The Direct, and then the console drops.
It's already inside your house.
It's already here. They're already shipping it. But so now
maybe well for a June release, actually, huh?
Actually,
I mean, not too bad, at least.
Actually, not too bad. And then there was something else in here. They're going to be doing a series of hands-on events held around the world. For more details, please check the official Nintendo website. So should we go check that out? Learn more. Wow. I reject their cookies.
would you reject cookies?
Skip. Okay. It was going to have us watch the trailer again. Here's a more close-up image of
You
that.
can even see, you can slightly see the color when it's connected, which I find interesting.
Yeah. It's subtle. Correct. I like it. I like the look. I wonder if they'll have a different color variation for it.
Yeah, because I mean that's not like that's the Switch 2 as well.
Yeah, this
like it's
logo,
not like just the Joy-Con that has
this logo looks fan made.
Kind of does.
Does it?
This looks like it says Switch 2 Nintendo Switch.
Switch 2 Nintendo Switch. So do the controllers like jump like that? Like, do you think that the magnets like?
It does seem aggressive.
It would be kind of insane. Well, they wanted it to click. Okay.
Probably not too much because it does like have that like plug. You don't want it being like going crazy if it's not lined up. London with their backwards dates. Is this really
the Nintendo Direct Switch 2 will air, offering a closer look at the Nintendo Switch 2, the successor to the Nintendo Switch, releasing in 2025. The broadcast time will be announced on this website and on our social media accounts at a later date. Okay, well.
And it looks like the Switch 2 experience is in London from April 11th through the 13th. Oh, they got more.
New York on the 4th.
Does mine think I'm in London?
6th. LA from the 11th through the 13th, and in Dallas from the 25th to the 27th. So I am guessing that means it is not releasing in April.
Probably not. Well, I mean, maybe they want you to get hands-on experience when it's already out.
Yeah, it could be coming out between the 13th and the 25th. It's a pretty big gap here, right? You've got New York from these 2 days, and then
is it like a traveling experience? Seems like they could just have them all at the same time in different places.
Yeah. Experience Nintendo Switch 2 for yourself. Let's see. Get hands-on with the Nintendo Switch 2, the successor to the Nintendo Switch system, at events in New York, LA, and Dallas. Ticket registration begins January 17th at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Oh. You have to buy tickets?
But they're free. You enter into a drawing kind of a thing.
Looks like. I guess we'll all enter into that and see if we can get tickets to see the Switch 2. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, none of these are close to me, even a little bit. And none of them are close to you either. LA is like...
Maybe I shouldn't have rejected these cookies because I just get options for going to London.
LA is kind of a close flight for you. Kind of.
Kind of.
It was cheap when you flew there.
Yeah, it's true.
Seven Bell says, I'm in Texas, but Dallas is too far. Yeah, and then you go to the event. Well, I get like what else is gonna be there? That's it's kind of weird. I feel like the hands-on events should be like in conjunction with other stuff. Tim Neo Prime 33 says, "Let's meet in New York like we did in 2022. Let's do it, brother.
Would be fun.
That would actually be super fun. Go back to the Nintendo store. It's only a little expensive to fly to New York. Only a little bit. Okay, so that's that, and that's all the info. That's all the info we got." So, Micah.
Oh, they actually showed off the button to detach the Switch. or the Joy-Con, I guess.
The button to detach the joint.
Yeah, once they go on, you'll see the.
Okay, let's
They
see.
made it much bigger this time.
Wow.
Who knows how long this loop is actually?
Oh, it's that side
it's
trigger
it's-
button.
Yeah, there it goes. Wow.
And there is not a grip on the back like was rumored. So that was probably part of the case that we saw.
Yeah.
It
You can see the
is.
size comparison.
Yeah, we can see these two here. I mean, that's a pretty big system. Like switches upstairs. So
Is that an original Switch they're comparing it to, or is that the?
yeah, you can see it's the original. It's got the bezel.
Okay, yeah.
Big fat bezel. This also has a bezel. We have no specs on it either. So we don't know if this is what the screen resolution will be, what is different process power wise. This was really a teaser.
Mm-hmm.
And when does the fiscal year end?
Isn't it like in April or March, May? I'll say it's like pretty early. Is it at the end of the year? I thought it was like a few months into the year.
What is the this says
Am I crazy?
September. This is not right.
Is there a different fiscal year for Japan?
March 31st. That's like so they're okay, so Tim in the chat says March 31st. Well, they're presenting this 2 days after the fiscal year. So this teaser is strictly to meet the obligation of showing this before the end of the fiscal year, because immediately, like the next week, is when they're giving the.
They want a strong start to their next fiscal year,
I guess, but that means they also need to get that system out like quick. So maybe it will be an April, May, June. June feels good now. I think you
does
may
feel pretty good, huh?
You may
a genius.
May have nailed it. So that's pretty sweet. I will stop sharing my screen because I think that's pretty much all there is to talk about. So Nintendo Switch 2, it's official, it's real. All the leaked things that we saw were real. Do you think that they showed this
at least
because things had been leaked?
I don't know. Seems like they'd want to show something with all the leaks, especially how accurate the leaks were.
Yeah, the leaks were just real. They were just like, that was just, we saw this. We saw this prior to coming out. Look at this controller grip, actually. Oh wait, you can't see it anymore. But the controller grip on this.
Pop on like the two-handed, or for playing with just one Joy-Con?
The two-handed grip. Let me just share again.
Oh, gross. It looks like the lame old Switch.
Okay, let's see. Show the dock in this. Yes, but it didn't show. So the dock is round. I think that's more round than the. Yeah, that controller grip.
What about it?
And that's different. It's like flat because you can't slide. See that? You see that? That's interesting. Frame by frame breakdown of this trailer.
It's like, does it look? Oh yeah, it doesn't. It just uses the
We have
side of
someone in the
the.
chat here that says your daughter is very cute, Andros. Are you excited for the Switch too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like there's going to be a new Mario Kart. Are you excited?
Is it a new Mario Kart though? We may never know.
What game do you want to come to the Switch too?
Metroid Prime 4.
What?
What game do you want to come out for it? What
Um,
new game?
I really want the new Sonic.
A new Sonic? Oh no! Just kidding. That's fun. The new Sonic, like Sonic Frontiers? Yeah, okay. Well, that's on Switch. We can get that for you now. It's so shiny. Look at how shiny and reflective
How shiny do you think it will stay?
Render is. Tim wants Nintendogs. Nintendogs would be a good one. Yeah, so this I mean look at Donkey Kong. That's not the same Donkey Kong.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
That road doesn't look very good though.
Wait a second. What is going on with that Donkey Kong? He looks so cartoony. Is Pauline in Mario Kart currently? Yes,
Probably.
she was added. She was one of the DLC characters. Okay, now I need to look here. I want to look at that Mario trailer more closely. Enhance. Oh, I want to playback speed. Yeah, sure. It's like sun or shine sprite. It's a desert, not a level I've seen before, and the carts definitely look a little different. There's like a Yoshi cafe. That cafe looks pretty cool.
Oh, that is a cool cafe. Do you think you can drive around the backside and there's something cool?
Yeah, that Donkey Kong definitely a different look. Also, Mario looks a little weird and cross-eyed in this in this promo. Is that normal? Does he look a little dazed to you?
Looks kind of normal to me. I really hope they're just like Booster Pack 3.
But that is definitely a different Donkey Kong design.
I don't know.
Let's look it up right here on the side right now.
Do it.
Oh,
it looks exactly the same.
Donkey Kong Mario Kart 8. Yeah, that is the wildly different design.
What are you talking about? He looks the same. You got to get a view of him straight on. It's the same to me.
It's not the same. You're crazy.
Well, that cart's just extra small, so it makes him look kind of weird. Maybe it's Mario Kart 8 Super Deluxe, and they redid the graphics.
They redid the graphics. Could be. Yeah. I mean, it looks cool. It looks kind of like a matte finish on the Switch itself.
Which is nice.
Yeah. Not that shiny Wii U plastic. That didn't last.
Yeah, we get fingerprints all over it.
And look at that. That's going to be a working joystick. Let me tell you, it's not going to have drift. They aren't going to do that to themselves. Fool me
Not again.
Yeah, it's like they're not going to do that again. And then I think I saw what looked like straps.
Oh yeah, at one part they showed the attachments. Previously make the shoulder buttons much bigger.
Yeah. That's where are they at? They showed them previously. I'm fairly certain.
That's when they were driving around. Oh, there it
Oh,
goes.
yeah.
Right there.
Boom.
The buttons don't seem much bigger.
I don't think
They don't
are.
like show them.
It kind of looks like it's just a wrist strap. Like the buttons themselves, with the way that's indented, I'm gonna guess that the buttons it's just a hole. Yeah.
does
You
look
see
like
it?
a hole.
It is just a hole. There it goes. So it doesn't provide any functionality other than being a wrist strap. How interesting. How interesting. I feel like that is going to break.
Yeah, a little nervous about that.
Are you? Yeah.
But I don't have kids, so I'm not actually that nervous.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous based off of how Joy-Cons have gone on this current generation for me with my kids. And then it showed some like buttons being added. I kind of want to go back and see what was happening there when it transformed. Okay, it's taking. Like, what is this? Oh, that's the side. Okay. Like, what is this? What are we looking at
They
here?
just look like screws.
Yeah. It's
I
a
see
C port with speakers down below.
Is that on the bottom or is that the top?
That looked like the bottom because this is the top up here.
Oh, bummer.
Power button,
Like having
volume.
the charging port on the
There's
top.
this button here, which I'm going to guess is a sync button. Vents and a C port on top.
So on top and bottom?
So you can charge it from either direction.
Oh, so you can play handhelds. Because previously you couldn't really like lay down and play handheld if you needed to charge it.
Tim says those holes are for guideposts. Like in the dock, that would make sense. And it still has a headphone jack, which I appreciate. I appreciate the option. Got the little rubber mat pad there. I'm a bit concerned with the kickstand. That looks very small and breakable, but I feel like the OLED switch design was like so good, so this will probably be pretty durable and nice. Like
Man, look
kind
how
of like
low
metal.
it gets. I don't know why you'd
Like,
ever need
why?
it to be at that angle.
Yeah, why?
But you never know.
All right. Well, Micah, I'm gonna live with you. There's not much here.
No, there's nothing.
There's not really much here. Yeah, we have gone through this pretty thoroughly. We get no information on how the system will run. We are getting teased with what looks to be some new Mario Kart or Mario Kart content, but it's probably just a new Mario Kart. I don't know. I'm gonna put out hope for Mario Kart 9. And we know the system is bigger and kind of a sleek black design for the base model. I mean, that's a pretty big size increase. The buttons are also getting bigger there. And we have that new button underneath the home button. You know what it probably is? Just another one of these buttons. It probably
doesn't have the circle on it.
Yeah, but that's something I've thought, like, okay, if you're playing with single Joy-Con and you want to take a screenshot, you have to be using the one that has the screenshot option. But then if that was the case, then I feel like
they should just have both on each.
Yeah. So maybe not. It's a square button. It's not labeled. I think didn't it show it had a C in
Probably just a
some
rubber
iterations?
pad. It doesn't actually do anything.
They also got rid of the like triangles on the buttons.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, they're there.
No, they're there. That's weird.
They were just kind of
They
rendering
just
weird.
don't show up very well.
And then they really liked to show off, like, look at this cool color concept we came up with. It's like a hidden color.
You can only see it if you break your Joy-Con in half.
Here's my guess is we'll get black and white variations for release.
The outside casing?
Yeah. That would be my guess. I'm hoping that screen is an OLED screen. It would be.
Oh, that doesn't seem to have much of a. I guess it's all black, so you can't really see the bezel.
Yeah, it showed the bezel in the.
Yeah, and that right there, I was like.
And they're like, look, you can play.
We'll show the old Switch so you don't really notice that there's bezel again.
Yeah, that's true. Because the OLED has way less bezel. But I mean, that's still a significant increase to screen size. Kind of hard to tell if there's a quality increase to the screen based off of this screenshot. And also, this is probably photoshopped. So there's no way.
Anyways,
way to. It's not like an actual photo. Tim says in the chat, I love the color accents. I agree. I think those color accents are really sleek. This looks like a high-tech version of a Switch. You know, like this looks like a kid system, and this looks like
it's the grown-up.
This
version.
is the adult system. This is the grown-ups Switch.
So is that what you're going to tell your kids when you only get one?
No, we are getting 2 on launch.
Oh, one for you, one for Mugglesmoo?
One for me and one for the rest of the family. They can fight for it. Hey, if they release enough variations, I might get a third, maybe. Will we get a Switch Lite version of this? Or will they continue to sell? And
all I know is when they show more on April 2nd, if they don't show Metroid Prime 4, I'm going to consider it a failure.
Yeah, true. You can play the Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games, as well as Nintendo Switch games. So this confirms that it isn't just a next iteration where it enhances games. It's going to have exclusive Switch 2 games. Hopefully, this does well. The video has 11 million views already. Let's see what the comments are saying on this.
What's the dangerous game?
That was the most get off my back energy I've ever seen in a teaser. That's so funny. That control stick spinning with style better be a flex for no upcoming drifting issues. Very positive comments so far. Get used to this being the background footage in every Nintendo video for the next 7 years. This is like all the people like us that talk about Nintendo stuff, and it's just like playing that while it's talking. This is going to be it for the next like forever. That's funny. 99,000 likes on this one that says Nintendo, we know you. Nintendo, this is Nintendo says, we know you know. Now just take the teaser and leave us alone. That's pretty funny. Yeah. So there you go. There's also a lot of people going like, well, this isn't much. So with that, Micah, maybe we should jump over and talk some, do some the regular segments on our show. Let's jump over to the Nintendo news. All right. So Switch 2 leaks ended up being real, and I wanted to talk about this because I remember listening to a podcast with Kit and Krista on the Kit and Krista podcast. They're former Nintendo employees. Kit talking about how Nintendo will plan and change plans according to leaks and rumors. So it was like there's very much this energy of, oh well, we're not going to release it, or we're not going to show this now because it's been leaked. And I wanted to know how you feel about that, or what you think about that.
It's classic Nintendo.
Like, why?
I mean, why go through the effort of showing us things that we've already seen?
Yeah, I feel like,
Granted, they've already, I'm sure, made the videos to show.
I feel like them withholding or doing like releases and trailers and showing things is so funny. They're like, we're not going to show that now because someone saw it.
Well, no, I don't want to.
And it's also a huge company, so I don't think that decisions are made quite that lightly or quickly. It has to go through, like, I imagine they have like meetings upon meetings of like change boards in order to change dates for things. But yeah, this definitely feels like in this case, they were like, gosh, you guys leaked it already. Here's the freaking trailer. You get a little teaser, the render.
It does look pretty well made.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think it took them to make that video?
To make that video?
Yeah.
I don't know how long like 3D rendering takes. I think a good 3D artist could do that. Could do that video in like a week. Yeah. That's like a single person though, and they probably have a team. So they probably could throw that out, like make a maybe not.
But all the sound effects as well.
Yeah, but they got a killer sound design team there. I think they've got it. Maybe they leveraged that like movie company that they bought for making.
But they used Chris Pratt. He just made all the sound effects.
He made all the sound effects. So we're going to see more for the Switch 2 in the April Direct. And I guess we're probably not going to have anything up until then. So now we are officially in countdown to Switch 2 launch, and we'll figure out when that is come April 2nd. And I guess it's probably time to start making our Fantasy Critic League predictions. So we're gonna have to start that up. For those that aren't in the know, Fantasy Critic League we've done a couple years, and in it it's like fantasy football. You draft a team, but you are playing as a publisher, and so you're drafting games that are coming out, and you're going off the critic score, how good the game does. It's pretty fun. Want to get a group together and do that, and I think this would be the year to do it for sure. Because we'd be like, could be
a lot of crazy games coming out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be a lot of like trying to predict what's coming, and getting that. But that's I think that's it for Switch 2 news. Nintendo did show that Donkey Kong Country Returns HD icons are coming or they are available now for on My Nintendo. Where do you get that? It's the NSO. The NSO. Yeah, it's on NSO. Gosh. Oh my goodness, I'm so scatterbrained from Switch 2 announcement today. In addition to that, we got a little bit more info about Metroid Prime, the Metroid Prime AE, the art book, not AET. I was reading one of their posts. The Metroid Prime art book, which will contain like 750 images covering 20 years of dev history. Pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. And that's set to be released in the summer of 2025. So definitely keep an eye on that, Micah.
Oh, definitely.
What's next? Let's jump to the rumor mill.
Let's do it.
All right. So in the rumor mill, we have from yesterday screenshots showing off Donkey Kong holding the new Joy-Cons. This is a very different Donkey Kong design. And I do like mentioning Kit and Krista again. Krista says the leakings will continue until morale improves. It's like, and then we got to call out Presto's comment here, which I think is very funny. Switch 3 rumors when?
It's never too early.
Let's start. It's time. When's Switch 3 going to be announced, Micah? When are you thinking? I'm thinking 2032, 2030.
Oh, 34 for sure. And it's going to implant directly into your brain.
Okay. Pick a day that it's going to come out. And if it comes out that day, we are going to be hailed as wizards and prophets of Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. May 17th.
May 17th, 2030.
34 was it?
2034.
What day of the week is that?
Who knows? I'm not going to pull up my calendar that far out. You heard it here first, folks.
A Wednesday. You know how Nintendo likes to release their consoles on Wednesdays, so
true. They do.
Anything is possible.
They do. All right, Monkey Thunder posted this one here out on our Discord. It's PH Brazil, fairly reputable creator, talking about Microsoft games on Switch 2. And here's the quote. I won't go into details yet, but out of all companies I'm aware that are making Switch 2 games, the largest list of confirmed games is from Microsoft. Literally, there's more games from Microsoft Switch 2 that I know of than any other company. It's a lot of stuff. A lot. Which does lend itself to a lot of the rumors that were swirling around, as well as Microsoft themselves saying, yeah, we want to bring things multi-platform. So taking advantage of new hardware would probably be right up their alley, especially if they want to release old games like they were talking about with the Master Chief Collection. That would be cool. And then here from Jason Schreier says, if you are wondering, one reason to randomly drop a Switch 2 teaser 2.5 months ahead of the proper reveal would be to allow third-party companies to start officially announcing their games for the system. They probably are seeing, okay, things are leaking and we can't keep it contained, so we want to control the narrative here. Let's announce it.
People announce things
so that people can officially start saying, yeah, my game is coming out on Switch too. And I think that's all we got in the rumor mill. So what do you say we jump out of the rumor mill and we jump into the secret segment? That's right. Secret segment time. It's a suggestion from Presto from Off the Wall. So for those listening in for the first time here, secret segment over on our Discord, you can drop in a segment idea and we don't look at it in advance and we are surprised by it and we do it. That's the segment. Secret segment. Here is the segment. Suggestion from Presto. Have a rational conversation about Ocarina of Time, but pretend your feelings on the game are opposite what they actually are. Finish by pitching an idea for a truly open world version of the game. A Breath of the Wild-ified Ocarina of Time.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I can do this.
Oh, come on, man. I can do it.
Can you?
Yeah. I just have to say things that you say.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that Ocarina of Time is pretty mid. It's pretty mid. It's pretty, like, I get it for its time. It's pretty good. But kind of sucks. It's kind of boring. The story and the whole concept of like going between old and young Link, not very fun.
Mention the dialogue speed.
Yeah. The dialogue speed is too slow, and I just think that the game is just.
Mention the combat.
It's just bad. Oh yeah, let me tell you, the combat is probably the worst in the Zelda series. That's not quite opposite of what I think, though. I don't think it's the best. What's opposite of I think? It's like it's meh.
How do you feel about all the enemies taking turns to fight you?
I care deeply about that. I care a lot about that. I think that I should care so much about that. So just take everything I just said and opposite. So I don't care. I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. I don't know why that bothers you.
But it makes the combat so much less dynamic.
No, you can't say that. You are speaking.
It makes the combat so much more dynamic.
The combat's so dynamic. The text speed is so fast.
I mean, I just really enjoy how quick the speed of the text, because it just perfectly fits my reading level.
I feel like I should be insulted by that.
I feel like maybe you should be.
What else is there to say about Ocarina of Time? Tell us how you feel about the dungeons.
Oh boy, I love mazes.
I, for one, think that the dungeons in I don't know how to. I just feel like my opinions on Ocarina of Time are not that high. In like pause, I don't think Ocarina of Time is the greatest game ever made. I like it a lot, and I think it's fun.
How do you rank it in before Breath of the Wild Zelda games? Didn't you rank it as like second?
No. Twilight Princess was second.
Which one's first?
Oh, I thought you meant
No, that counting, not
oh.
counting Breath of the Wild and Tears of the
Twilight
Kingdom.
Princess would be first. Fall, yeah, I guess it is second. But what are my other options?
Wind Waker?
Yeah,
Wind Waker's an option?
I put Wind Waker at third. We've lost the plot of this secret.
We really have.
I can't. Because I'm thinking here.
It's hard because you have to reflect on your true opinions, and then you have to reverse them.
Yeah, and my true opinions are that Ocarina of Time is pretty good. It's not the greatest game ever made.
I mean, it's no Wind Waker.
When it came out, it really was top of the game. By today's standards, I also think it holds up pretty good. But is it the best game ever? No, that's Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. That's the best game ever. So like I think it's great, but I don't think it's I think it's good, but I wouldn't say it's like fantastic, like the greatest. And maybe that's just me with my maybe I'm backpedaling here because maybe I have said that it's the greatest game ever.
I mean, I think you have a little bit. Maybe not quite said the greatest game ever, but you've probably felt the need to balance out the things I have said.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. Because Ocarina of Time is good. It's a good game. It's not a bad game.
Going back to the reverse, I would enjoy playing through that game and would not have to force myself to play through it to the end.
Yeah, I don't think I could play through it again.
Prove it.
No, not for real. Opposite. I totally could play Ocarina of Time.
Exactly. Again. And I want you to prove it. I want you to play through the whole game.
You want me to play through the whole game?
Yes.
Well,
no speed running strats and things.
That can
be classic.
Yeah, that can be a goal this year. I will play through Ocarina of Time again. But I kind of want to play through Twilight Princess again first. I feel like I played Ocarina of Time again semi-recently. More recently than Twilight Princess.
I feel like you played it, but I think you did mostly you're trying like speedrunning stuff. I don't know if you like played through the intended.
Yeah, but is that not okay to do? Can't I just play through a speedrun? I don't want to play through games the intended way. I don't do that in any game. In fact, at work, my coworkers asked how my Elden Ring run is going, and I was like, yeah, I just fought this thing. It's called it was like the magma worm. It's like the lava dragon, and they're like, you're on the Atlas Plateau? I was like, I don't know. I don't know where
where I am.
And they're like, that's like, you should be like 40 hours in at that point. Why are you all the way over there? And I was like, I don't know. We just kind of walked that way. They're like,
see, that's an open world game. You can play that in whatever order. That is intended.
Kind of. But like the thing is, like, there is definitely a better path than the one we're doing. But I just kind of go where I want to go and do what I want to do. And in Ocarina of Time, there is intended routes, but you can circumvent those. Be using glitches and tricks to go fast.
So you can play less of the game. I get it.
It's not so I can play less of the game. It's so I can play the game in a cool way.
It feels like so you can play less of the game. Oh, that is loud.
Wake up, Micah! You come back to us.
I gotta go check on a crock pot.
All right, well, Micah goes and checks on the crock pot. Let's talk about a Breath of the Wildified Ocarina of Time. Are you guys having a good time here? Kids
Yeah.
are like swarming me. Breath of the Wild. So Breath of the Wild is. Yeah, he has to go check on some cooking. So I think you can build Ocarina of Time in the Breath of the Wild engine. And that would revamp the combat to be more in line with Breath of the Wild's combat. And part of Breath of the Wild's combat that makes it fun is the variety of weapons. So I guess you just wouldn't have that, or maybe they would add more weapons into the game. Hyrule Field, I think, would be treated like a more central hub, which is sort of how it's treated in Ocarina of Time, but you don't spend a ton of time there. And so I think more things connecting directly to Hyrule Field would be cool. So kind of a reimagining of the map would be cool. What else? I don't know what other changes you could make. Micah, give us some...
Make it more.
More. One of the things that's really cool about Ocarina of Time is that there's a huge modding scene for Ocarina of Time. And so I've seen some really cool mods that add entirely new bosses and dungeons and enemy types and fix up a lot of the different things that you might not like in Ocarina of Time. And I think that's pretty cool. So I want to try those out. You're being very distracted. Oh, watch me. But
I did
like
he's just chilling there in the background.
He's like making his hair crazy. Yeah. All right. This is why I usually record when they're in bed. They're like me. They're camera hogs. Just want to be on camera all the time. I can't think of really anything else. I think you bring it in, build it with the Breath of the Wild engine, ground up reimagining. A lot of the pieces are already there for Ocarina of Time. It's just building on those pieces, I think, to make it more interesting. Yeah. It could be really cool, but I almost am kind of starting to feel like, do we need it to be remade? Maybe we just... Well, Final Fantasy VII's remake is pretty dang cool.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be nice to be able to travel to, like, go onto Death Mountain and whatnot. You wouldn't have to go to the one path that gets you there. You could kind of take your own route wherever you were to get there.
That would be cool.
Instead of having to, like, go through Hyrule Field and then, like, caves
so
or something.
You're proposing that it's just converted into a full-on open world type thing.
Yeah, more interconnected. So you don't have to... You just have more routes you can take to get to places.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I feel like I'm going to have a hard time going back to classic Zelda style. That is more linear. Even Echoes of Wisdom feels pretty open. Like the dungeons themselves are pretty straightforward and linear, but the world itself, you can kind of go anywhere and it gives you options for which ones to go to.
Yeah.
Which Ocarina of Time does a little bit, right? Post child era, you can go and collect the medallions that you need. In some of them, you need to have done one thing first, but that could be opened up. Yeah.
It just let you go fight Ganondorf right away.
That would be interesting.
And take away the Deku sticks.
You just go with the Deku stick and hit him a bunch. Speed run style. Well, I think that's a pretty good discussion. What say you?
I felt dirty complimenting Ocarina of Time.
Oh, well, I didn't feel like I don't know, man. Maybe you've worn me down to just indifference.
Maybe you would just agree with me now, so it felt
I don't
freeing.
agree. No,
it felt freeing to be able to say those things.
No, I don't agree, but I just don't really
Your
feel
true self came out.
I just don't really feel anything anymore about Ocarina of Time.
You're getting it.
I'm getting it. Oh.
You're finally on your way to understanding.
No. I like the game, and I still enjoy the game.
Sounds like you feel nothing towards it.
But I feel nothing as far as like talking about it to you. You have killed all desire for me to talk about Ocarina of Time.
Sounds like.
And you know what? It does sound like you won. Maybe I've just given up. Micah's won.
My passion was more than yours.
I just think you care more than me.
Exactly. But I put it in a cool way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Phrased it maybe cool, like.
I don't know, man. I feel like Ocarina of Time lives rent free in your head, and you need to move on.
I hadn't even thought of Ocarina of Time until Presto brought up this conversation again. How long has it been since I randomly criticized Ocarina of Time?
You haven't done it this year.
That's right.
It is the 16th.
But kind of late in the 16th.
It's true.
Actually, it's not that late, but it's over halfway through the 16th.
Micah, with that, I think that's the end of the episode. We got nothing else we can talk about here. Let's talk about plans for Nintendo Pals here. We are going to be doing basically these episodes are going to be a prep and countdown towards the Nintendo Switch 2. We're going to be following all of the news so that we can talk about it and hopefully be like on the cutting edge as far as what's happening, what games are coming. And so stay tuned, stay following, subscribed, Nintendo Pals podcast. And let's get hyped together, everybody. I'm so pumped. As minimal as this trailer was, it's still cool. It looks good. And I'm looking forward to that Direct coming in April.
Mm-hmm. Especially when they announce Metroid Prime 4 release date.
Yes.
During that same Direct. Or else.
What are you going to do?
I don't know what I'll do, but it'll be something.
That's funny. All right. Well, Micah, where can people find us on the interwebs?
You can find us on Patreon, YouTube, and Spotify, and many other podcast listening apps.
I like that. That was a good. As well, you can find me. I stream and make content on YouTube and TikTok till it's banned. And
2 days or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming up. So I do gaming content mostly focused around Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom, and it's fun. I have a lot of fun doing it. So yes, shameless self plug. Please check out Andros1 on all platforms. And with that,
what is that?
It's a chair. A child leaning back in a chair. That looked crazy on screen.
Did I see a leg? A human leg?
Yes. That was certainly crazy. For those that don't watch the video version of the podcast, you really miss out.
Yeah, you miss
so
things
much.
like that.
My
mind was trying to decipher what I was seeing.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got to go wrangle some kids that are climbing on counters and chairs and all sorts of things. So with that, we will close out this episode. Avida say, peace out. Goodbye.